Hi, so my name's Rachel. I do a lot of YouTube videos on mental health and stuff, so I wanted to branch out and do some videos on here as well about mental health. So today I'm going to do a video that was requested from a poll. Like, there was 4 options and the option you guys chose was helping yourself cope with depression. I've just got some few tips and just some few websites and links and stuff that might be able to help you get through this really difficult time and to help you cope. Before this video I did a bit of research and stuff because I obviously cope with depression in my own way and I do my own thing. And that's not going to help everyone. Everyone is very different with their mental health. Everyone has different symptoms. Everyone has different ways to cope. So I knew I had to do some research beforehand in order to make this video relate to as many people as possible. So I had a look on the NHS website and I looked at lots of different websites, and basically this one website that really stood out for me is called Calm, and it's basically Campaign Against Living Miserably, and it's for men aged 15 to 35, and I thought it was just really good because you don't see a lot of mental health things targeted at men, even though the single biggest killer for men under 45 in the UK is suicide, and that statistic terrifies me. We definitely need to target mental health everyone, but specifically on men, because they are the ones that are less likely to talk about it. So basically I just thought this website was just amazing. The website it's thecalmzone.net, so if you want to have a look on there, and basically you can search a specific issue and to find help in your specific location. So the issues you can search from eating disorders to OCD to abuse to addiction and all this stuff. There's so many different topics you can pick from, and then you can just search for your area. So if you live in the northwest, the northeast or whatever, and just search for all that, and then it gives you a load of different options to pick. It gives you different centres you can go to and different stuff like that, and just stuff that you can go to locally that's really good. And I thought that was just really good, that it's just great. So it's more than just depression, it's everything. But I know a lot of mental health charities, they have phone numbers you can call and helplines, so you've got the Samaritans and stuff like that, but the Calm Zone also has their own helpline. They have a number you can call from 5 PM till midnight. People don't like talking on the phone, I don't like talking on the phone. You've got the fear of somebody else in your house might hear you, or it's just quite stressful speaking to someone on the phone. I think it's easier to type things up. So this website has an amazing thing where you have a web chat where you can speak to people online, which I think is really helpful. I've not seen what it's like, but I think it's a great idea. And basically you can use that from 5 PM till midnight. I think it's a UK thing. So if you ever wanted to do that, if you ever wanted to talk to someone not on the phone, you can try that. And I think a lot of other things are opening up to that. I think the Samaritans have started to do a text thing now where you can start texting them, but it is in the development stages. I know it is quite difficult to be able to do that because they'll get so many more people are willing to text their issues rather than speak about it. So I think there may be delays with the Samaritan stuff, but I'm not sure about this website, this web chat. So check that out, and if it's good, please tell me, because I'd love to be able to recommend that to more and more people. So another website that the NHS recommended was Depression Alliance, and it was a good website. It had blog posts about different people, and it's good to read about people's other experiences, and there was quizzes and guides and lots of recommendations, so you could do a quiz to recommend you a certain type of therapy or something. I think it was a really interesting website to go through. It was good to just go through it, even if you're not gonna go down that route of therapy or whatever. It's good just to have a look around, really. So I think that is definitely something I would recommend. Just reading other people's experiences and having someone to relate to is just such a great feeling. So if you want to look through that, I would really recommend. Okay, so an important thing is, while you're just so negative and just feeling so worthless and just all these horrible emotions, try work out what makes you happy. That seems like a horrible idea, doesn't it? That just seems like a terrible idea. You're in such a dark place, thinking about your happy things are the last thing on your mind. It just seems stupid, but it helps for some people. Just work out the places, the people, the activities, the books, the music, and just see what makes you happy. Make a list. I have a notebook, which I'm always using. I'm always writing things down, writing little notes and stuff, hence why I have a pen, which I probably put down. I keep holding it, but yeah. Work out what makes you happy. It can be basic things. It doesn't have to be something exciting, a place that makes you happy, going to town with your friends, your friends make you happy, or whatever, just small little things. A certain song might make you happy, Paradise by George Ezra is such a happy song, so if you're ever struggling with happy songs, Paradise by George Ezra is the one. Really down, and if you can, Try think about your happiest memories. I know that sounds so stupid, and like you don't want to like associate your happy memories with your worst memories, but try your hardest just to try put yourself back in that situation, put yourself back in where you are happy, where you're comfortable and included and everything, and just try use that memory, try use the energy from that memory if you can, to just try see if you can get any of that happiness back, see if it gives any of you, just see if it like brings something back, see if it brings back an emotion, see if it brings back anything. You just need this small little trigger and it might help you take the next step and the next step and the next step. Like this thing, you don't have to take, it's not gonna be easy going through this. It's not just gonna be, yep, sorted. You're gonna have to take little steps, and sometimes you're gonna have to take little steps back as well. But in the end, it's gonna be okay. So now the self-care tips. The first one, and I hate it as well, is sleep. Sleep is such a huge like factor in your life. It's such an important thing, and I hate being like, you need to sleep more, you need to sleep less or whatever, like, because I know it's so difficult. Like I've had days where I cannot sleep at all, and I've had days where I just want to stay in bed all day. But it's really important to get a routine. I'm not great at sleep therapy, I'm not great in how to recommend sleep, but basically it's good to set a routine. Set a routine of when you want to go to sleep and when you want to wake up, and stick to the time you want to wake up. Phones, no. With sleep, like, I'm just as bad, so I know recommending this is such like an annoying thing, but at least 30 minutes to like an hour before you go to sleep, phones off. Phones downstairs, phones away. Do not go on your phone before you go to sleep. It's in airplane mode and don't go on it. Resist the temptation to go on it because it will just keep you up, it will wake you up. So if you want to get to sleep earlier, phones are a no. So like in Parks and Rec, the greatest thing you can always do is to treat yourself. I don't mean in the money sense, I don't mean go out and buy a Batman suit, unless you think a Batman suit will help. Go get yourself a bath bomb and have a nice long bath, or go read your favourite book, go do your favourite things, go on a walk, go take a break, take a nap, take something, just do something that makes you feel good, do something that makes you feel positive, do something just good for yourself for once, because self-care is not selfish. I think a lot of the time people, when they just care about themselves, that is selfish, but if you're just taking a break, just taking a step back, it's not selfish. You're your best version of yourself, and trying to be the best version of yourself is not selfish. It means you're trying to be the best version of yourself. Like, surely that's what other people want as well. Like, just do things for yourself every once in a while. Just one website recommended putting your depression and negative thoughts on the witness stand, which sounds kind of stupid saying out loud, but it kind of makes sense. So basically, you might have a negative thought, and let's just say for this, I have this thought that my friends are all against me, they hate me, and they have a group chat where they talk about me. First thing you got to do is question it. You've got to ask yourself, where's the evidence this is true? Like, is there any evidence? And you're going to go through your mind, you're going to go through your thoughts, and you're like, yep, there we go. One time they said something slightly strange like 5 years ago, and it's like, really? Like, is that really any solid evidence? Like, it's not solid evidence. And when you think about it, a lot of the times when you have these negative thoughts, there is no solid evidence, and it might be you picking tiny details that you may not actually remember that well now, or something like that. So just try, be critical, try think, is this evidence solid? And if it's not, like, it's not true, like, try tell yourself it's not true, because if there's no evidence, it can't be true. Like, they wouldn't be found guilty, so why should I find them guilty? Why should I think that's true? The next thing you can do is, what would you tell a friend if they had this thought? So if your friend thought that you hated them and you had a group chat where you talked about them, you'd just be like, are you stupid? Like, I would never do that. Like, you're my friend, I care about you. Like you'd just be like, why do you even think this? And you try to comfort them, and you try to be like, no, and you try to validate them, you try to validate your friendship, and be like, I don't think this, like, what is wrong with you? Like, think about what you'd say to your friend if they had this thought. That is one of the best things you can always do. Because if you're having a negative thought, like, if your friend had this, you'd be like, oh, no, and you'd try your absolute hardest to help them. So do that with yourself, because you need to help yourself. And last thing to do, is there another explanation? There's always another explanation. There's always two sides to a story, if not more. Like, there's so many different sides to a story. Your side, my side. Like, think, it's not true. Like, that's the truth. Think, maybe your truth is not the actual truth. Like, the thing with the evidence, like, there is always another explanation. Like, maybe they have a group chat because they had a plan. a plan maybe that I wasn't invited to, but at least they don't hate me. Like, they have a group chat because it's with people in their class or people you don't know, people from their other social circles, their other friends. Like, this group chat might not be about you. There's always another explanation, and it's not the negative thing you are thinking. Trust me, it's almost never the negative thing you are thinking. And if it is your friends, drop them. Don't drop them like straight away. Talk to them about it, like find out the reasoning behind all this stuff. But if these people are having a really negative impact on your mental health, sometimes it's best to just take a step back from them and just to take a break from those particular friends. But if not, just try calm yourself down, try be like, this is not true. You've just got to keep reminding yourself that, even though it can be just so difficult, and I know it can be so difficult, but I believe in you. So the best advice I can give is professional help, because I can't give professional help. Like, only the professionals can do that. Like, and I hate it. I wish I could help people. I wish it was easy to get professional help. Like, it's not easy to get professional help. I've been through the system. I know how terrible it can be, especially if you're under 18. Like, because they're like, yeah, we don't really want to help you. It's probably just school. And you're like, I know it's more than that. Like, why are you treating me like I'm some sort of child that doesn't know what they're going through? Like, I know what I'm going through. I know it's really difficult. And I know even when you do manage to get help, it can be a bit like, they tell you really stupid things. They tell you something like, cheer up. And you're like, really? Like, especially like, luckily in the UK, like, we get some services for free and stuff on the NHS, but I know like you might have to pay for it in other countries and stuff. So if you're having someone do that and you're having to pay like a ridiculous amount, it can be difficult, and sometimes your family cannot afford it and stuff like that. So there's obviously so many obstacles trying to get professional help, but professional help is what worked for me, really. So I started some medication, and medication isn't for everyone, and everyone might have to try different medications. I was so lucky that the first one I tried was the best one, I think, for me, and it really just helped me just get me out of that really dark place. Like, I still sometimes do have negative thoughts and I do have all these things, but I feel less, I don't know how to describe it. I feel less emotionless. I feel less down, less empty. I feel excited for things again, and it's such a beautiful thing. And then I had therapy as well to just help me through these things, and it definitely really helped me. So I really recommend professional help, but I know it cannot be for everyone. I know there's just so many obstacles in the way, and even when you do manage to do it, it can be difficult. But if it turns out well and it turns out great or whatever, like, that's good for you and it will help you. But there are free online courses. There's free CBT online courses you can do. There's lots of free things online you can do that can try replicate the sort of therapy you may get with an actual therapist. You may have to do it yourself and stuff, and it's obviously difficult if you don't have a guide, but if you can find these free online courses, that can definitely help you if you can't get access to healthcare. The thing that definitely helps me is keeping a journal. So this is one of my, I have so many journals. Like, if you're like me, you're gonna go to places like TK Maxx or WH Smith or whatever, and just you'll see this journal, like, I need that journal, and you'll have like 10 at home you have not used, and you're like, yeah, well, oh well, I know I'm gonna use this one. I know for a fact. Next time you go out and buy one, or if you have one on your shelf, use it. Like, you might see things like bullet point journaling, and it might be like, not for you. You might be like, I'm not very creative, I'm not very artsy or whatever. But it's really fun. It can do what makes you happy. Like, oh, I like this. Make your playlist, write it down, like, do small little things. And what definitely helps is doing a mood diary in the journal. So basically you can find things online that you can print off, or you can copy things online. You can get like little like circular things, and try to use it colour. Like, if you're not feeling that great that day, blue. If you're feeling better, yellow, green, stuff like that. If you've enjoyed this video, I'm sorry that some of the things that I just tried to make it sound easy and simple, and I know it's not easy and simple, and I never want to offend anyone, so I hope it didn't. And if you have any other top tips, leave them in the comments or message me or something like that. Just tell me, like, what do you do to cope? What makes it easy for you? What helps you? And stuff like that. And it can help others, and it's such a nice feeling to help others. And if you want to keep up with my daily life, I have a Twitter and Instagram. My Twitter is @RachelLord22, and my Instagram is also @RachelLord22 if you want to follow them. I also have my own YouTube channel where I talk about my own mental health and other things. Enjoyed this video, and thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you want to hear from me, subscribe to my channel, and I hope you like this video.